Commercial GCs, this is a quick walkthrough of an executive dashboard you need to manage RFIs, change orders, and billing all in one place at a click of a button. By the way, if you're a commercial GC doing between $10 to $50 million a year in revenue and you would like us to implement systems to increase the profitability of your projects, check out the link in the description below. Anyway, as you can see here, I'm inside of a system. This system is in fact called Monday.com. Now you're probably seeing quite a lot. On the left-hand side, we have an RFIs area, a change orders area, a billing process area, and we have a dashboard for each and every single one of these things, such as RFIs, change orders, billing. We've even got a place to manage projects. So the idea being that people via a form would submit an RFI, it would come in via the form, automatically populate on here, and we have our different stages of our RFI process. Exactly the same for change orders. Change orders are requested via a form. They're then reviewed. Once they're approved, they then go over to our billing process. This then triggers the finance team to create the invoice, send the invoice. We've got the different stages of the invoice, and then hopefully we get paid. Once the invoice is then paid, it will then update the change order to say that the invoice has been billed, and we can see all of the information, and then again we can report on this. So we've got our own billing dashboard for invoices sent and percent not paid value, 90 days overdue amount, etc, etc. We also have our change orders dashboard as well, everything you need to know about change orders. Again, if you are a commercial GC doing between $10 to $50 million a year in revenue and you would like dashboards like this, these can be customized entirely to suit your needs and your requirements, so check out the link in the description below. We then have the RFIs dashboard as well, so everything RFI related. But in this video, we are talking about the executive dashboard. I have reduced as much of the information as possible to keep it as simple as possible. These are the data points that I think, as an executive who just wants to see what's going on at a glance, doesn't want to get too in the weeds, this is the perfect dashboard. So we have the number of open RFIs. We have the number of critical RFIs that are still open. We've got the total open change orders, so the amount of change orders that are still open. So the value of them, 160,000 currently. We also have the total outstanding invoices. Now, the nice thing about billing is we can also use the billing process for milestones relating to a project as well. So we could have, if we wanted to, a split between billing of the total outstanding invoices for change orders and by milestones. We could see that and set that up here if we wanted to. We've then got the invoices outstanding. So how many invoices are outstanding? As you can see, it's 3. And then we've got 90 days overdue amount. So how much money is over 90 days overdue, or 90 days plus overdue? And we can see there's $250,000 90 days overdue, which is not good. So again, just by coming to this dashboard, you can see exactly what's going on financially and with the RFI information as well. So we've got open RFIs, open critical RFIs, and then we've got open RFIs by project. So we could easily see if there's a lot of open RFIs by project, why that is. We can make sure that that gets sorted out if that's then causing delays for projects because RFIs are not getting answered and subcontractors are sat there waiting idle and it's costing you money. This is an easy place to be able to see that information, and as a consequence also, RFIs are not being lost in email inboxes or phone calls, are actually tracked in one place here. We then have change order status by project. So we've got all of our different projects that are active, and then we'll be able to see someone's requested $150,000 worth of change orders. We've got $265,000 worth of change orders for project number 1 that have been billed, and we have $10,000 worth of change orders that have been approved, and we can see the total amount of $425,000 based on the different stages of a change order for this project. And then you can see here we've billed $20,000 in change orders for project number 2. We then have outstanding invoices by project. So I can see the exact value that's outstanding on a project basis. Very easy to see. So I can see here that project number 1's got $260,000 outstanding. Project number 2, $400,000. Again, if this gets too high, you quickly can monitor this. You're not waiting days or weeks to find out this information. If this amount gets too high, this dashboard is live, so you can easily work to rectify it, try and get some invoices paid for those projects. We then also have outstanding invoices by project manager. As you can see here, I am the only project manager in this particular system, and there is $660,000 of invoices for projects that I am responsible for that are outstanding. That is obviously a considerable amount of money, or it might not be, depending on how you operate. But if you did find there was a project manager that had a concerningly high amount of outstanding invoices, you can speak to them, find out what's going on. Are they doing a bad job of managing projects? Have they upset clients? Are there issues with one of the larger projects that they're dealing with? But again, without this information, you wouldn't be able to investigate it. You wouldn't be able to better manage cash flow, and you'd be left blind or just not as in the know as you would if you had these dashboards. And then we've got change order status by project manager. So again, it will show you all of the change orders relating to the project manager. So all of the projects that this project manager is dealing with. You can see here that for this particular project manager myself, there's $150,000 worth of requested change orders. We've got 10,000 approved, 285,000 of billed change orders. And then we've got open RFIs by project manager as well. So if we can see here, just down the bottom, if there is a project manager that's got considerably more open RFIs than someone else, then you'd be very easily able to monitor that information. And you can obviously see who it is, how many they've got open, and if they're being slow, find out why they're being slow or find out what's going on. So this dashboard is pretty much all of the critical and most live, I would say the live data points. So the data points that are most liable to change on a daily or weekly basis that I think an executive managing a commercial general contracting business doing between 10 to $50 million a year in revenue would probably want to see. But if you are a commercial GC doing between 10 to $50 million a year in revenue, and you would like a dashboard like this can be customized entirely to suit your requirements, your needs, and what you want to see day in, day out, based on the RFIs, change orders, the billing process, and even the projects as well. So that's pretty much everything there is to see on here. It's pretty simple, but it gives you the data. This data can be accessed on a computer, it can be accessed on your phone, it can even be accessed on a tablet. You can load it up, see exactly what's going on, if there are any changes. 90 days overdue amount, for example, that's a critical piece of information that you want to see, whether that gets paid or not, and obviously different other data points as well. Again, this can be added to, stuff can be taken away as well to be simplified, and as we continue to build out other components of this system for other areas of your business, then we will begin to add those into the executive dashboard as well. But we have tons of different data points on the billing dashboard, the change orders dashboard, and the RFIs dashboard. And like I said, I've just condensed that information into the executive dashboard here. So if you're a commercial GC doing between 10 to $50 million a year in revenue, and you would like systems like this to increase the profitability of your projects, check out the link in the description below. Hopefully this video has been helpful, give you an insight into what's possible with reporting inside of a system to hopefully improve the profitability and reduce billing issues, reduce cash flow issues, make sure your projects are more profitable. But anyway, thank you ever so much for watching. Hopefully this video has been of use, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.